So it's kind of chilly outside, so this video might not be super long, but I want to take a moment to talk about karma, or at least my understanding of what karma is. Because I see around a lot, not often, but I have before, and it seems like there's this sort of like misconception that about karma, about what it is. And it's like a lot of people make karma out to be this like it's this like sort of like God that does good things for good people and gets revenge on bad people. And you hear people say stuff like karma's a bitch, and really what they're saying is, I don't agree with what you just did, and bad things are going to happen to you because you're a bad person. And if I do good things will happen to me. But it's so vaguely true. It's so, in a very, very subtle way, that's how it works. But to break down like my understanding of karma doesn't mean revenge. Karma doesn't mean good happens to me when I'm good. Karma doesn't mean bad happens to me when I'm bad. I guess the closest thing we can relate karma to in our Western understanding is cause and effect. Because the word karma means action or doing. And what that's talking about is how everything is in the throes of karma. Everything, not just bad people and karma's coming out to get them, not just good people and karma's rewarding them, but everything, every little blade of grass, every gust of wind, every single drop of rain and sand on the beach and waves and cars driving, everything is karma. And you can quickly confuse that with like, isn't that just existence? Isn't that just reality? And yeah, kind of. It's not like awareness or existence itself fundamentally, but the way everything's going. Like down there, that river is running, and you can sort of view the karma of that river right now. We don't know the karma of what's to come for that river, or the karma of why it's there. And you can backtrack into the history of that river and see how that water got there. But what's going on is that river's running because it's at an angle, and there's a lot more of it up top, so it's running downstream. And the path in which it's carved into the earth and is running through that stream is the karma of what that water has done, and different particles and minerals that are more or less soluble to the water and will either give way or stay put. Karma is this walking I'm doing right now, and how every step I take, I'm damaging grass beneath my feet. And in a sense, that's their karma and my karma. How they're there. They chose to be there under where I would be right now, taking each of these steps. Or if suddenly like a bolt of lightning came down and struck where I am, it's not that something bad was destined to happen to me. It's just that where I was lined up with where lightning was. You know? It's literally it's hard to describe. Karma is hard to describe. every little thing is experience, is in karma, is action. The way a plant grows is its karma. If it's in an environment where it's being nourished, it will flourish and it will germinate and it will get to the point where it flowers, and then the environment will change or something will come up and its life will pass. And I guess plant life is a good way to observe how it's not like this god of good and bad. You can see that it's just the circumstances of that plant. It's that plant, that seed fell and blew in the wind and went where it did and rooted in as it could and grew as it could in relation to the rest of the world around it. But humans are so complex, and they got this thinking mind going, and they're desiring and seeking all this stuff. And in that way, karma is a deep teaching to us and a deep reflection to us, because we can see how everything we're doing is because of our karma. Every thought I had from the beginning of my existence led up to this moment right now where I'm walking outside talking about what I think karma is, and how I'm doing laps around the field, and how it's cold out, and how I'm cold. Oh, I'm so cold because I'm out here in the cold. And karma, it can seem like I was saying, cause and effect, or like we are in the realm of karma. We are in the complete, quote unquote, control of action, of doing. And so you think to yourself a moment, no, nothing controls me. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. That, like, you know what I mean? Like, I have free will. I'm not going to go and do that because that's karma and will lead to that. Well, can't you see how your karma is to sit there and think you have control? Everything you've experienced and heard and believed in and disagreed with led you up to a place where you're going, I'm not going to be controlled by karma. That is your karma. That is your cause and effect of everything that's ever happened. And the entire world and everybody in it is happening right now. And thinking or sleeping, feeling, arguing, loving, and it's all affecting everything else. If I'm in a negative state, if I'm in a negative, or I'm irritated, or I'm not gonna do things out of a pure compassion. I'm gonna do things that will either better me in that immediate moment for my own selfish desire, or do things that I think are the right thing to do when I'm irritated, like go out and help someone, or forget about myself and just be and just move on, or whatever. And that's karma. That is karma. I was led to a place with all my intellect and all of my environment and the circumstances that have got me in this state of quote unquote negativity, and I'm going to do something. I'm going to do something. And kind of in my last video, I was talking about you can't not do something, and you also can't do nothing. That is because of the, I guess you could say, laws of karma. You can't not do anything. That's what I was talking about a moment ago. Like, I'm not in the control of karma here. I'm just going to sit. Karma doesn't control me. That's what you're doing. That is karma. That is your action. Or oh, karma's controlling it all. Here, I'm just going to go run about carelessly in the world because everything's taken control of. That is your karma. The ignorance that comes with that, the lack of focus and the lack of compassionate awareness of this environment and yourself, that is your karma. And, you know, like in war and politics and shit, when one guy sends the, hits the button and sends the bomb, the government of the receiving end of that bomb, they have many attachments to their people and control and power. They can't not do something about it. Whether they send a bomb back or not, or recede into security or not, that is their karma. That's what they're gonna do, and they couldn't avoid it at any costs. They couldn't not do. Action can't not happen. You know? Unless we're talking about like wu-wei or non-action or non-duality, which is where you sort of very slowly, as this separate, distorted mind, you very slowly begin to see the workings of karma and how, oh my God, that happened because that happened, and that happened because that happened, and this is happening because I'm thinking of how that happened, and it's all perfectly in flux of right now. And I guess you could say, if you think about karma in a distorted way, which you probably will, and I am right now, I'm just wanting to share, you know, what I think it's all about. If you think about it in a certain way, it reinforces these concepts of control and the concepts of past and future, and gets you on this whole spin of thinking, okay, I got to do the right thing, or okay, I'm going to not do. I'm going to tune into that non-action shit and see all the karma going on. But that's your karma. That is your karma. You're doing something, doing something, doing something, doing something. And you start to realize that's the nature of karma, is that you can't not do it. And what you're doing is rooted in a selfish, you're doing because you are attached to the fruits and the outcome of what you're doing. You're not just doing. You know, a plant doesn't grow because it's attached to what it will be in the future. It is what it is in entirety in every little moment. But us humans, with all these ideas of cause and effect and past and future and right now and what I do matters and I'm in control, what we do stems entirely out of what we want in return from that doing. If I go out, that's why people record themselves giving money to homeless people and stuff. Even if they didn't record themselves, in their very own being, they're going, yeah, I'm a good person. This is the right thing to do. And that can feel good. That can get you on the track of non-doing, where what you're doing in essence, in nature, without any sort of cause and effect and reward or expectation tied into it, what you're doing is out of compassion. We hear statements like, out of emptiness arises compassion. And this is talking about how in the silence, in the void, in the nothingness, the natural flow and natural harmony of this universe is burning off our karma, is getting rid of this idea of doing. And if you find yourself in that state of non-action, non-doing, you only got there because you're burning off your karma. You only even know about these things of karma and non-action, and out of emptiness arises compassion. You only know about these things because of your karma. And it's even weird to call it your karma. It's just karma. It's just action. There isn't just my karma, your karma, your karma. It's all the karma. That's why, in a weird way, I can affect someone else's. I can be a catalyst in someone else's experience. Other people and this environment can be a catalyst in my experience. Like I was saying, like if a lightning bolt came down, I can't just say, oh, nothing, non-doing, compassion. No, I'm going to be thinking, I just got struck by a bolt of lightning. Holy shit. Why'd this have to happen to me? That hurt, if I'm even still alive. And what would happen to me and my body and my being and my mind because of being struck by a bolt of lightning? Or if you go out and you're just mean and you're just arrogant and you're just rude to people, yes, you're not affecting them in the level of their own receptivity to you. When we say things like, you can't make another person feel another way, only to the extent, that's true only to the extent that they are aware of their untouchable nature of self. But if they are in karma, if they are in the cause and effect, the causal throes of karma, you're going to affect them. You're going to affect them in either a good, a bad, or neutral way, where you remind them of something, or you teach them something new, or you shed light on something for them, or you irritate and bother them and constrict them even more. And this isn't you doing that to them. It's karma. It's the karma of this existence. It's quite complicated to describe because it involves all these different factors of the mind and how it's desiring and what it's been taught and what it thinks good and bad is, and the environment, which we say is just here. It's nothing special, while I live here and I'm alive and I need this and I don't want that. Everything in appearance is the karma. The birds that are flying by. If you've had trouble hearing me because of cars driving by, that's karma, that's action. Karma is the thing that makes causal sense, I guess. And people ask and say, I've literally been asked, like, why do good things always happen to bad people? Or how come bad things are always happening to good people? It's because karma's not a god that nurtures you if you're what you think good is, and gets revenge and is mean to who you think is bad. It's not this protective God. It's not this rewarding and punishing thing. Rewards and punishment is why we're experiencing karma, is because we're in this realm of that's being attached to the effect of our apparent cause. Is I'm gonna be good so that good happens to me. Is that in essence good? Is that fundamentally a good way to be thinking? I'm going to go help that homeless person because that's what a good person would do. On a very subtle level, on a very simple level and surface level, those kind of actions and that kind of awareness of I'm going to do the right thing, even if it's tied into our selfish, what we're going to get out of it in the long run, it is good in a way, because it's going to very slowly make us realize, as what we call bad continues to happen to us, like that those people are saying, why is the bad always happening to me? I'm so good. We're going to further and further realize that it doesn't matter what we do, because we're going to do it either way. We're going to do stuff no matter what. And those things get us on the track of, shit, I got to choose wisely. I got to be careful. I got to tread lightly. I got to choose my words wisely. You think, can you say the wrong thing to someone? And if you get caught up in, oh God, I don't want to create more suffering. I don't want to create more karma. Here, I'm going to not say anything. On one level, sure. That's absence of your input is going to leave that being's mind to just be what they are. But how do you know that that's not creating suffering? Because you're sitting there thinking, I'm not doing anything. I'm doing the right thing by not doing. But you're doing. That's what you're doing, is thinking you're not doing. And how do you know that your absence of words or presence or whatever to that being, how do you know that that's not making things harder on them? They liked hearing from you and what you were going to say. We really start to see karma when we look at how we are out of this out of control, quote unquote, thing that's going on, and how what I'm to do is because I desire something for me. If I say it's for you, that's a cute little spin, because I think when I do things for you, that's what'll really make me good. That's what'll really make me feel good. And it's not like, that's not bad. That's not inherently and fundamentally, oh, you're a bad person, you selfish little prick. You're not bad. It's nature. It's nature. It's karma. Looking out for your own good and making sure that what you're doing is helping you out. And the only thing that this can do is bring you further and further in this life, and many lifetimes to come, supposedly, in this loop, bringing you to realize, I can't do the right thing. I can't do the good thing. I can only think what I'm doing is helping out of my own seeking to be good. So yeah, that's just scraping the surface of karma and what I think karma is about. And everything is connected. Everything is in response to itself and each other. And this video isn't to go and to say, do the right thing, or don't do anything, because that'll not create any more suffering. It's to say, look at what you're doing and look at how you can't not do it. Look at how there's nothing else you could do, because what you do when you realize that is still what you're doing. You can't not do it. You're trapped in karma. You're caught in karma. And it's just going. It's just running its course, like a plant grows, or like the wind blows, or like a stream flows. It's just going. So see your karma. See how seeing your karma is your karma. You know? So I hope you guys get what I'm saying here. I'm gonna go back inside where it's warm. And I hope you enjoyed this video. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys later.